use Power Query to append multiple worksheets into one workbook so that we can splice and dice the data. Here is the data which I asked AI to generate for me. What we have here are two mines, mine 1 and mine 2, iron ore mines. Okay, and these iron ore mines are designated as such. All right, you'll see the hours and minutes worked on a particular haul, the tonnage, the cost of the tonnage, both for iron ore mine 1 and iron ore mine 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build in a bit of an error here so that you never need to commit this error in future, but let's go through the motions here. So what we do is we create a blank query in Power Query. That blank query will in fact then form as the basis for the importing of these two sheets into one solid workbook. Let's give you context. This is for a report that investigates daily volumes of iron ore. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there it is in front of you. It has to do with tonnage output and particular instances of such. Okay, tonnage output. And what that does is that that focuses on the problem. Right, so what we then have is data, and we're going to get data and create a brand new blank query. I've missed a step, but on purpose, because everybody misses this step. We go to blank query from other sources, blank query, and that comes up with a blank query here in Power Query, which is really cool. What then happens is we import the data using a formula, but it's not going to work because I missed a step. But let's look at the formula. Equals Excel.CurrentWorkbook, you can choose it, and open and close parentheses. But nothing is happening. Watch, I'm just showing you the formula there. Nothing happens because we missed a step. We forgot to format the sheets as table. It will only work once you do that. Only work once you do that. Okay? All right, so let's go back and do it properly. Home format as table. We'll choose the gray design for this one. And the second one, we'll choose the blue design. Doesn't matter what color you choose. It's just that all the functionality of a table is necessary for the importing of that data. So let's go to data, get data from other sources, blank query, and let's perform the operation again. This time successfully. Equals Excel.CurrentWorkbook, open and close parentheses. There we go, and it'll pull it in. There we've got table 1 and table 2 have been pulled in. We need to do a little bit of customization here. I'm going to expand the tables. Watch, they expand, and there they are. There's all the data. It's been joined or appended to table 2 below table 1. Look at there, there's table 1 and there's table 2. I'm going to get rid of that field soon, but anyway, we're just confirming. What else do? We're going to the source, and I'm going to actually remove that column for reasons I'll explain later, maybe. Right click here, and we only need the content, the name of the table, not necessary. So we go down to remove other columns, and that's going to insert a step because I'm backtracking here. You see on the right hand side there, I've added this step. Now, there we go. Source, removed other columns, expanded content. There we go. So what I do recommend now is we clean up on the data because our date isn't correctly formatted and everything. So we go to transform and we click on detect data type. And that will automatically detect the date, and it's now formatted it accordingly. Likewise over here, this is ABC 123. That's not good. I want a whole number. Good. Now it's right aligned and it's a whole number. We're going to do the same with tonnage and with cost. Let's go. Whole number, and with cost as well, whole number. We're going to add a column. So we're going to add a column based on the month and based on the date, and it's going to add a month. There we go. January, looking good. I removed duplicates. Never select an entire column to remove duplicates. Click once and then click on the corner there and remove duplicates. And then once again, never select an entire column to remove blank rows. Click once, then go to transform, or home should I say, key, remove rows, remove blank rows. There we go. If you select an entire column, you might be in for lots of trouble, so don't do that. This has been found out by pain and trial and error. Let's rename the query. We're going here and we're calling it mine underscore data. It's not really important with the underscore, but it's just a practice. Right, there we go. It's been renamed. Now let's have a look at how clean the data is finally, and the green line moves across all the way. There's no corrupt data there. That doesn't always work that well, but it's a good indicator anyway. Let's lock and load. We're going to close and load. And in it goes, and here's that entire beautiful data set. Look at that. Mine data, that's the query, and everything is in as I wanted, and it's formatted as a table. Now for the pivot. Let's look at the pivot. We're looking at the content date, we're looking at the tonnage, the manager in charge. That's what we're looking at over here. And we want to start analyzing the data. All right. Let's do a bit of a refresh though. If I change that particular amount to 51,300 as opposed to 52,300, notice over there it's still 52, but we go to refresh and it's changed to 51,000. There we go. All right, good. And we can refresh again. Let's go to pivot table and new worksheet, and okay, look at this. We're going to insert months as rows. Right, let's go. Pull the date in, and it does have a date hierarchy. We did remove the days, and there's the sum of content, tons extracted, sum of content, hours and minutes worked. We're now going to create an extra field that is going to talk about efficiency. Very good. So that's clearly the tons extracted divided by the hours. So let's put in that formula. Tons extracted. Come on, double click, tons extracted divided by hours worked. There we go. Tons extracted divided by / hours worked. All right. There we go. It's an efficiency. I've called it a KPI. Right? So it's added that, which is pretty cool. Right, so obviously to prove the point, there's the efficiency. I've removed the other two columns, and now we're going to add an expected efficiency. All right, the expected efficiency. All right, I've already done it. I'm going to redo it here. I'm going to call it normal efficiency. We're going to put it down there next to the KPI. All right, so there's their key performance indicator, not what is desired. but what is actual. Now I've looked at expected efficiency over there, but let's recreate it for your benefit. All right, and new column, calculated field. Normal, I think I call it normal efficiency. There we go, normal efficiency. So we want to prove that there's been a decrease in efficiency. That's the problem, you see. Remember the report. Problem, that would be I'm simply going to multiply it by a factor of 2.6, if I recall. So that's the efficiency times 2.6. That's what's normally the case. I'm playing a bit of a game here, but I want to show. Oh, did I say 2.4? Memory's not working. There we go. So there's the normal efficiency, and there's the current efficiency, and we are now going to create a pivot chart that shows us. Insert pivot chart, and we're going to go with the columns. All right. Now you can see a clear distribution there. Nice. Normal efficiency in orange and the efficiency, thereby proving a low and variable tonnage output. Here endeth the lesson.